everybody, I am Husky Light. Thank you for stopping by. Somebody, a subscriber, has asked me to do a video on the third eye and your pineal gland and how to open it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, go through a few things about the pineal gland. Now, with me personally, my entire, I had a Kundalini awakening, which in turn opened my pineal gland, my third eye. And that was a result of trauma that happened in my life and grief, and a combination of all different things, but that's what, so mine sort of automatically opened. If you're not going through anything like that and it hasn't happened to you, there are a lot of things that you can do to help open your third eye. So I'm going to go through some of those things. Pineal gland is the seat of your soul. It's the gland being your third eye, your chakra point, residing right here in the middle of your forehead. If you look at where the pineal gland is, it's at the back of your, it's inside your brain, in the centre of your brain, about here, if I turn my head round. It's only the size of a piece of rice. It's very, very tiny, but it's so important to the way you feel, and the way you think on a daily basis is governed by your pineal gland. So it needs to be looked after, cared for, nurtured, and that is your key to opening up your third eye. And it also has rods and cones in your third eye, in your pineal gland as well. So it just like your eye does, just like your real eyes do. So this is another reason why it's called the third eye, and it filters light as well. So like I said, how you think and how you feel on a daily basis depends on the health of the pineal gland. It produces a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is responsible for the quality and the duration of your sleep. Now, if we go on to sleep for a minute, and why sleep is so important to you and important to your health. Everybody on a daily basis seems to, if they don't get enough sleep, they seem to be running around doing as many things as they possibly can. They don't eat properly, they don't exercise properly. A lot of things go into this, but actually getting enough rest, you really need to get enough rest. You need to give yourselves a break in order to look after the pineal gland after your third eye. Just as we need to take a deep breath occasionally and slow down and calm and ground ourselves, we also need to have that sleep. It looks after our mind, our emotional well-being, our body. It's how we recuperate, it's how cells regenerate when we're asleep, it's how we get better. The best way to sleep well is always to make sure that you are in a darkened room. Don't let any chinks of light through. Make sure you've got blackout curtains if you need them. Turn every light off possible. You need to be in complete blackness. So in this case, the darkness is good. The darkness is good for us on this level. This is where you produce, the pineal gland starts to produce the serotonin and the melatonin. Just have no light if you can do, because it diminishes the amount that you produce at night. It can also ruin your night vision as well if you have a certain amount of light in your room at night, because it trains your eyes differently. So on this basis, the pineal gland regulates your circadian rhythms within your life, which is your sleep and waking patterns on a day-to-day basis. It helps with your hormone levels, it helps with your stress levels, and it helps with physical performance, energy levels. So ways to activate the pineal gland. If you've not had a full Kundalini awakening, if you're not going on, good for you as well. There are other ways that you can activate your third eye and have some gifts coming to you from the universe. Get connected. So getting out into the sun is a really good thing for you. It's not a bad thing, as the government and other people like to say. It is a good thing for you. The sun produces vitamin D, which is really good for you. The light that comes from the sun stimulates the mind. It kickstarts the pineal gland for you. It helps to decalcify the pineal gland. Any type of light exposure, either directly or indirectly, activates this little gland inside your head. It prompts it to produce serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter which is responsible for your mood and your energy levels. That's why it's crucial to avoid light after the sun goes down, because you need your pineal gland to produce melatonin and then suppress the serotonin. So during daylight hours you are producing serotonin, and at night you are producing melatonin in the dark. So if you stay up till all hours of the night with your lights blazing, you are still producing serotonin, which is then going to inhibit you being able to sleep properly. So that's reducing lights from electronics, from TVs, computers, your iPhone, whatever it is, light bulbs, as much as possible. Try to get rid of the light at night. Sleep in complete darkness, I've already mentioned that, because that kickstarts things for you. Sungazing is another thing which I will go through in another video for you. It's a little bit controversial, but hey, let's be controversial sometimes. I do this if I am out. The best thing to do, just to get a burst of sunlight to help your pineal gland, is 15 minutes within the first 15 minutes of the sun rising, while it is rising in a morning, or the final 15 minutes of sunlight as the sun is going down. You can stare at the sun at that point, but you can only do it for a couple of seconds. Again, sun gazing does have risks attached to it, and I would not recommend you do it without going into full research first about it. I'm taking no responsibility for that, but sun gazing is something that can help to kickstart your pineal gland as well. Simply just getting out into the sun during the day, going for a long walk, getting out into nature, having your physical eyes exposed to light can help stimulate your pineal gland, and you can do that without having to stare directly at the sun. Meditation, as you know, is amazingly brilliant for stimulating, decalcifying, and getting your pineal gland, which is your third eye, working and open. The pineal gland responds to the bioelectric signals of light and dark, and meditation activates the bioelectrical energy, and with practice you can learn to direct the energy to the pineal gland, directly to it. So we've got a lot of problems nowadays in the modern world with things that can clog up the pineal gland, which will inhibit your ability to open your third eye. One of those is fluoride in the water. Please, under any circumstances, do not drink tap water. Fluoride is so bad for you. It is a toxin, it is a poison that they put into the water. During World War II, fluoride was put into the concentration camps' supply of water. It helped to keep the inmates down. It helped to keep them dumb. It helped them to be better controlled. So if you want a reason as to why they put it into the water supply nowadays, I'd start there and do a little bit of research on that. Also, fluoride, because it is a toxin and a poison which your body can't absorb, it accumulates in the pineal gland. That's where it does. More than any other organ in your body, it will collect into the pineal gland, and it leads to the formation of phosphate crystals which form around the pineal gland and just put this hard crust around it. As soon as that starts happening, the less melatonin is produced, and that's when your sleep cycle can get disturbed as well, and this starts from a very young age. Research also reports fluoride hardening accelerates sexual development in children, which is never a good thing either, particularly in girls, unfortunately. This is a really serious problem. A study that has been done from 30 years ago so a long time ago, reported that 40% of children under 17 were already found to have pineal calcification in process. Now this was reported on 30 years ago, and yet they continue to put the fluoride in the water. You can get, you can drink bottled water. Try and find bottled water which is 7 pH or above, because you need to keep your body as alkaline as possible to stay healthy and to stop any pre-diseases from forming in your body. It's always to keep your body alkaline. You can also get certain filters which can fit onto your tap, which will filter the tap water for you and take out any nasty toxins that are in there. Please look into that as well. But just drink bottled water as 7 pH or above, so 7, 8, 9 would be amazing for you, for your health, for your pineal gland, for your sanity, for it helps with depression as well, meditation as well. Going back to meditation helps with depression as well if you are having a problem with that, because it governs the mood of you every day. In addition to the fluoride that is in the water, halides like chlorine and bromine, they also are in water. They also accumulate and damage the pineal gland. Calcium supplements can also cause calcification of the pineal gland. It's a really good idea, if you can, to try and stay away from dairy and milk as much as possible. Obviously this contains calcium in it, plus the amounts of antibiotics which are fed to cows, who then give us that milk. This is another reason why we are becoming immune to antibiotics, because it's in the milk, and whatever goes through the cow system comes out into the milk, and then it comes to us as well. So calcium supplements can cause problems as well. Without enough vitamin D in your diet, that can cause problems. Again, looking at the sun, being out in the sun is a form of receiving vitamin D naturally into your body. 64% of us, apparently, according to studies, are deficient in vitamin D and calcium as well, and it does not become bioavailable and calcifies human tissue, including the pineal gland. So there is a lot of things that unfortunately are not good for us. Fluoride is also put into processed foods. That is why we always say try and eat organic foods, fruit, vegetables, stay off the meat, stay off dairy as much as you can. And this is a process. This is a really long process. It's taken me nearly 3 years now to do this. It is a long fluoride, you know, and getting rid of it in my water and everything I started with immediately, but other things, it takes a long time. It's a step-by-step process on your spiritual journey that you just continually work on every day. So eliminating fluoride from the diet, from toothpaste as well. I get my toothpaste from over in America. I order it on Amazon. It is called Tom's. And I think it has eucalyptus in it, and it has no fluoride in it whatsoever. So I can still brush my teeth, but I don't have fluoride in my toothpaste. Fluoride can also make your teeth go brown as well in some cases, which is another reason why sometimes you have to work hard on trying to whiten your teeth. So fluoride, no matter what they say, it is not a good thing at all. Okay. What else is not good? A lot of things in this modern age, unfortunately, is not good for our pineal gland. So doing all of that is a really good start to it, and the calcified pineal gland will start to clear. Also listening to binaural beats, special clearing, having healings and clearings. And when you do that, and when you go into meditation, concentrate on clearing the pineal gland. Just imagine it clear and pink and beautiful and healthy, and it will help to start to clear it as well. Other ways to decalcify your pineal gland. we need it to work well in order to open your third eye. Tamarind fruit is really good for you. That is extremely effective at removing fluoride from the body. Your body will start to excrete it if you can do that. Borax is another good one, or boron. Quarter of a teaspoon of that in a litre of water, and take it in small quantities over the course of a day or two. Consult your doctor before using a method like that, okay, depending on what your state of health is at that time, at this time. I was going to say something else then, what was it? I can't remember, it will come back to me. Zeolites. Zeolites, these are volcanically produced crystals, and that have been recently discovered as a really powerful way to detoxify your body if you carry one around with you. They break down the hardened calcium that forms around toxic metals in the tissue and removes heavy metals from the body as well. And you can get that if you go onto Amazon. You can get that in tablet form as well. Cleanses of any sort are really good for your body, okay? So we are talking about drinking lots of water, changing your diet, healing and clearing sessions, meditation, cleansing as in enemas as well, coffee enemas, things like that, taking parasites out of your body, cutting back on meat, turning vegetarian if you can, or vegan. All of these things are going to clear your body out, which is really, really needed. We deal with a lot of things nowadays that we didn't used to do back in the old days. So this will get rid of toxins and heavy metals from the body. We also have chemtrails, and they put heavy metals and nano whatever they put in there, which is not good. That is also in chemtrails, and that our body absorbs it when it falls down. Iodine or iodine. Halides like fluoride, chlorine and bromine accumulate on your tissue if you're iodine deficient, and a lot of us are iodine deficient, and that increases the problem around the world as well. If you've cut back on salt and you don't eat a lot of seafood, there's a good chance you may be deficient in iodine. Symptoms of iodine deficiency include chronic fatigue, thyroid disease, feeling cold, low body temperature, hormone imbalances. So you need to get more foods down you which are rich in iodine, or take a colloidal iodine supplement for the best result for that. And if we go into looking at what sort of foods are good for you if you've got an iodine deficiency within your body, which we really need, so good things to eat would be seafood, sea vegetables. They have, so kelp is a really, really good one for you. Cranberries, organic yogurt, organic navy beans as well are really good for you. Organic strawberries, organic potatoes is good. That's high in iodine as well. And taking iodine supplements as well is really good for you. So those are some of the things that you can actually eat which will help. There's loads more as well, but if you just go in and research it, you'll be able to find it. So first of all, you will start to be awake. You will not be acting like a World War II prisoner of war anymore, bless them. You will start to become more conscious and more aware of everything that is going on around you. You will get insights into the past, the present, the future. Your intuition will pick up. You will be able to follow your intuition. You will be able to see the unknown. You will be able to feel presences around you. You will pick up on the sixth sense of things. You will have precognizance of just knowing things without knowing how you actually know them. You will be more in connection to the divine, which will give you a better chance of connecting with your guides and angels on a more personal level. You know that they're already there helping you, but this helps as you raise up. This is quite a part of ascending as well. Ascension, the process. Going up in densities, going from a lower density into a higher density, raising through from third density up to fifth, and then your guides, your angels, can come down and meet you, and you can have a more personal relationship with them than you would normally without being able to see them or be in touch with them at all. You have a knowledge inside you, you have all the answers inside you, and sometimes you just need a little kick to get those answers out of you. You have the pure truth of everything. That comes from your third eye as well. You will also know that you are connected to the collective consciousness as well. You are connected to the Akashic Records, which is the big library where you can get any bit of knowledge that you want from. It has everything. It's a recording of everything you have ever thought, everything you have ever done, your past lives, your future, everything. And because you are connected to the collective universe as well, and because time is not linear, any answer that you want about anything, you can just ask, and that answer will come through to you. It will come through in synchronicities, you will be guided to it, but you will get that answer as well. You will cut down on being depressed, you will feel more peace, you will feel more happiness within you. You have this advanced consciousness, as I've already mentioned, which makes the world a very, very small place, because you realise just how connected you are to everybody else and how everybody is one. And by hurting somebody else, you are hurting yourself. By thinking something bad of somebody else, you are thinking something bad of yourself as well. You will help to become more self-confident, as I've mentioned as well. You become more self-controlled in the things that you do every day. You become more aware of what is good for you, what is bad for you, who is good for you, who is bad for you. It helps with relationships. It helps you have more discernment in your everyday life as well. It helps you to increase your intelligence, because you can tap into everybody else's and bring the answers down that you need. Your brain expands. When the pineal gland is open, you have the ability to take in more knowledge and to understand things more, simply because you are more conscious. You're not being dumbed down by anything. You can deal more easily with any tensions or any stress, any trauma that's going on in your life. You can handle it better. You know how to handle it better, so it's easier for you. You become aware that you have a soul purpose here, and that for whatever reason you are here, you are on a mission, and you will learn what your mission is in this lifetime as well. You can avoid negative thoughts, or you can bring up and clear negative thoughts. You can learn forgiveness to other people as well. It gets rid of bad imaginations. It gets rid of vague dreams where you don't really know what's going on. Your dreams will become more vivid. They will mean more to you because they are messages coming down, or it's dreams of you working on the other side of things at night as well. You can stop having nightmares, which is a really, really good thing. Anything about your relationships, your lifestyle, your job, your goals, they can give you nightmares if there's questions there that are left unanswered. But with your third eye open, you have a clear vision of everything that is happening and why it is happening, and realising that everything happens for a reason. So, what can we... Yeah, that is just some of the amazing things that happen when your third eye is open. You produce psychic abilities, where you just tap into the collective consciousness. When I do readings for people, I am using a third energy, which is actually my twin flame energy that's come through, but I'm using a psychic ability there where I can just ask my guides and angels what is going on, and they give me the answers. It's not me that's giving the answers in a reading. The information is coming through and being channeled through me from my guides, my angels, my light beings, my higher self. who are up there getting the information for me, and then it's brought through me, but it's not me personally that's actually doing it. But because I work hard on myself every day, I give them the ability to be able to communicate with me on a much clearer level, for me to be able to understand what they're saying and what they're actually showing me as well. But it's always, it's never for me during a reading to interpret exactly what they mean. I'm here just to show what is meant. But you are more thankful. You are more thankful for everything that you get in your life. You are so much less materialistic. You don't want the new Gucci handbag. You don't want the Porsche or the latest car or the big house. You just want to be happy and peaceful, and knowing that the universe provides everything for you, which again lowers your stress levels an awful lot when you do that. So that is some of the benefits of opening your third eye. I'm sure there are loads more that I haven't mentioned, but I don't want to go on any longer with the video because it's already gone on for a while. Put down below other benefits of opening in your third eye. There are loads, there are absolutely loads of them. In fact, I might do a separate video on just benefits, loads and loads of benefits of it. But I hope this helps. I have done another third eye video at some point in the past. That will be in one of my playlists somewhere. Watch that as well and get some extra insight in it. That's a bit more on the woo side, I think, the one that I did last time, because I was still learning myself. So take care, namaste, have a brilliant day, and I will speak to you later. Okay, bye.